Lots of sports have day after day efforts. Lots of sports have intensity. But very few sports do you have continued effort and intensity across 5, 6, or even 7 hours in a day. In the most extreme cases, like a Grand Tour, they race 21 out of 24 days. Having 8 sleep is going to allow us to really let the guys sleep a lot better. Not just more, but like higher quality. My name is Kevin Sprouse. I'm a physician. I've been with EF Cycling this is my 14th year, and this year I've taken on a role as head of sports science. Recovery is huge in any sport, for any athlete, but because of the unique challenges in cycling and the load they take on, recovery becomes uniquely important to them. And one of the things that is most governing of how they do day to day is how well they can recover from the finish line one day to the start line the next day. Finding that thing that helps keep them at the top of their game every single day. Appropriate nutrition, both in terms of amount and macronutrient profile. Taking care of the body in terms of massage, foam rolling, and then sleep is massive. Athletes tend to have a very high metabolism, and that continues to churn overnight. That heat can make it harder for them to sleep. And so by cooling them and having like an active cooling as they sleep, they fall to sleep faster, they get into deep sleep faster, they stay asleep better. It's a really common thing with athletes to wake up and, if they don't have an 8 sleep, they wake up and they're sweaty and they're hot, they're throwing the covers off, they're trying to cool off, maybe cranking the air conditioner down. And this really makes it so that doesn't happen anymore. I've seen an almost uniform increase in deep sleep that's remarkable. And for these athletes, deep sleep is where the body recovers. It's the release of growth hormone, it's kind of the physical recovery from the day. And that's a massive benefit to them if they can improve their sleep quality. Being able to measure the various physiologic metrics, HRV, resting heart rate, sleep staging, those things, has been really important to us as a team for a few years. One of the downsides to wearables is that you have to wear them, right? And the nice thing about 8 sleep is it doesn't matter. It's built in, you don't have to wear anything, it's passive. Working with athletes, the more you can do from a data gathering standpoint that is passive, the better. And when I saw how accurate it seemed to be, I wore multiple wearables and tested it, and see how it correlated. And shockingly consistent with other wearables that I've used. And for our riders, being able to see that on a day-to-day without making sure that they've charged a device or anything like that is going to be really helpful. When they're training at a camp like this or in a big block of training, we want to follow their resting heart rate and their HRV really closely. But if we see across 3 or 4 days that they have a declining HRV and an inclining resting heart rate, then we start to pay attention and see, is it training based, is it illness? And so having a passive data collection system built into the pod is huge. Yeah, I think the 8 sleep pod is going to bring the riders bed cooling, which is going to be huge because that I do firmly believe correlates directly with better recovery day to day. And better recovery leads to better performance.